Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Outer Rim Cantina. My name is Alan and today I'm here to give you your weekly Star Wars news roundup. Now again, there wasn't really that much news this week, but the hype for Star Wars Celebration is building up and I will talk more about that at the end of the video. But for now, let's get on to our first story. So the first thing on our list here is all about The Mandalorian and the new rumors and leaks around it. So, a source at HN Entertainment has revealed that Lucasfilm expects the first live-action Star Wars series to be a smash hit and drive sales of the new Disney Plus streaming service. The source said that Lucasfilm is ready to greenlight a second season of the new show before the first one has even aired. Based on the talent they have behind the scenes, and in the scenes, I don't doubt Lucasfilm and Disney's faith in the show doing good. With Jon Favreau writing and showrunning the series, along with Dave Filoni as a director and executive producer, the many other talented directors and actors working on the show, and the fan hype for it, it seems pretty likely that The Mandalorian will indeed be received well and be worthy of a second season. And in addition to that, the leaker Jedi Paxis from Reddit brought another dump of rumors to the Star Wars Leaks subreddit, claiming that he wanted to dump the info now before it may or may not be confirmed at the Star Wars Celebration Mandalorian panel. The first of these new leaks and rumors say that we're going to see the return of the bounty hunters featured briefly in The Empire Strikes Back, with the faces of Bossk, Dengar, Zuckuss, and IG-88. Who is apparently voiced by one of the episode directors, Taika Waititi, appearing in the new show. Along with this, new concept art has emerged showing a forested planet that appears to be a mix of Endor and Kashyyyk. Endor would make sense with The Mandalorian only taking place 3 years after Return of the Jedi, and Kashyyyk would also make sense as it has been featured in new EU material such as Aftermath Life Debt. Or it could also be an entirely new planet exclusive to the show. We simply don't know just yet, but could possibly find out at Celebration. And one of the last leaks of note from Jedi Paxis was of another piece of concept art that showed the Mandalorian on top of a TIE fighter in flight, shooting a flamethrower at one of the winged panels, suggesting that the show is going to have plenty of cinematic action sequences, making it worth the price of a Disney Plus subscription. So I know a lot of you guys are super hype and excited for The Mandalorian, as am I, and hopefully we will get a lot, or at least some, of our questions answered at the Celebration panel next weekend. But for now, let's move on to our second story, which involves everyone's favorite count. That is right, Dooku is going to make an appearance in the new Master and Apprentice novel that is being released later this month. StarWars.com released an excerpt from the highly anticipated book on their website Friday morning. While the novel mostly centers around the bond between Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn and his Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi, the excerpt reveals that we'll be getting a glimpse of another Master and Apprentice relationship between Jedi Master Dooku and Padawan Jinn. The excerpt, which will be linked down in the description if you want to read it for yourself, details Padawan Qui-Gon and Dooku's hunt for a mysterious bounty hunter on Nemoidian Prime. Qui-Gon finds himself caught in the hunter's sights and would have been seriously injured or even killed if his master Dooku hadn't stepped in to save the day. The excerpt gives us yet another glimpse into Dooku's days as a Jedi Master, something only recently touched on in an Age of Republic comic, and soon to be explored in the Dooku Jedi Lost audiobook releasing at the end of the month. So if you are a fan of Count Dooku, then it sounds like April is going to be your month. Now for our third and final story all about Battlefront 2 and the new things coming to the game this month. Julia Moores, the hero designer for Battlefront 2, shared a bunch of tweets this week about changes coming to the heroes. Starting with Anakin, nerfs for his passionate strike and pull dominance abilities are coming, along with a possible reduction of his retribution range. Yoda's presence ability will be getting a nerf on troopers, making him not as OP in Galactic Assault, and along with this, Chewie is getting a buff to his charge slam on troopers to improve his survivability in GA, since his health on kill is tied to that ability. And last but not least, Yoda and Maul are both getting proper blocks in this month's patch, making them much better for lightsaber duels in Heroes vs. Villains, which is something a lot of people have been complaining about since the game launched, is that Yoda and Maul have no way to block lightsaber hits. It makes them kind of useless in game modes like Heroes vs. Villains, where lightsaber duels are quite important, but at the same time, you get a really skilled player who can get 115 kill streak with Yoda, and that really isn't a problem, but there really aren't that many players who can pull something like that off. Now, speaking of this month's patch, an early version of the 2019 roadmap has been released. It doesn't detail much, but does slate a worry of the new Capital Supremacy mode not getting any more maps other than the Geonosis one. The roadmap goes through June of this year and outlines some of the things we're getting from now until then. Starting in April, we're getting the hero changes I just talked about, and a new map for Capital Supremacy. May will see a rework of Heroes vs. Villains to fix issues with the core game mechanics, and will remove the target system completely, which is another thing, like the Yoda and Maul block, that fans and players have wanted since pretty much the game launched. Along with this, we're also getting another Capital Supremacy map. And finally, in June, we're getting a third new map for Capital Supremacy. None of these have been revealed yet, but we already know that the 3 new maps are going to be based off of the 3 remaining Clone Wars era maps already in the game, so Kashyyyk, Naboo, and Kamino. Now, it does remain to be seen whether or not they will give us new locations on those planets, similar to what they did with Geonosis for Capital Supremacy. The Capital Supremacy map and the Galactic Assault map are 2 different locations on the same planet, so hopefully they do that for the other 3 maps and don't just port over the same maps from Galactic Assault, but only time will tell. And as stated on the EA Star Wars website, this roadmap is what they call a living document and is in no way final. It can be changed and things can be added to it anytime down the road, so don't think that we're just getting a game mode change and a few maps for 2019, because that is definitely not all we're gonna get. And that is it for this week's Star Wars news. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, slap a like on this video, get subscribed if you aren't already, and if you already are, or you just subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell so you never miss one of my uploads. And next weekend is Star Wars Celebration, so what I will probably do is skip next Saturday's weekly news roundup and just make a big video talking about all the announcements made at Celebration sometime not next week, but the week after, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm done, and may the Force be with you.